Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jumpin' here. This is going to be continuing our Elder Scrolls Skyrim DAWNGUARD DLC playthrough. This is going to be part 8, and today, the first thing I'm going to have to do is go around and find all these little ingredients. The first one's going to be finely ground bone meal, which is on the table right there. Second one's going to be a soul gem shard, which is on that table right there. You can tell they're all in bowls, so that's the easiest way to find them. And then the final one's going to be purified void salts, which is going to be in the bowl upstairs. Alright, so now that we have all the ingredients, we can go ahead and place them into this vessel and just go from there.
Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood. Of course. What is it? I've been asking myself the same thing since we came back to the castle. She was so sure of what we did to my father. I couldn't help but go along with her. I never thought of the cost. Possibly. I guess even a vampire mother is still a mother. She worried about me. About all of us. But she wanted to get me as far away from my father as possible before he really went over the edge. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I just didn't expect anyone to care how I felt about her. Thank you. Are we ready then? Alright, here goes.
Alright, so now that we're done talking to her, she will put her blood into this vessel, and it should open the portal to this soul cairn.
By the blood of my ancestors. She actually did it. Created a portal of the soul cairn.
Pretty epic looking, no doubt, no question. Really epic looking. And now we can just pretty much walk down there and yeah, there we go. Just see what's good with it. Alright, it's gonna make you take some damage, and now we can talk to her about it.
Now that I think about it, I should have expected that. Sorry. It's hard to describe. The soul cairn is, well, hungry, for lack of a better word. It's trying to take your life essence as payment. There might be, but I don't think you're going to like it. Vampires aren't counted among the living. I could probably go through there without a problem. Not your first choice, I'd guess? Maybe. We could just pay the toll another way. It wants a soul, so we give it a soul. Yours. My mother taught me a trick or two. I could partially soul trap you and offer that gem to the ideal masters. It might be enough to satisfy them. It would make you a bit weaker when we travel through the soul cairn, but we might be able to fix that once we're inside. Maybe. I'm sorry. I wish I knew a better way, something that would be easier for you. Just know that whatever path you choose, I won't think any less of you. Sometimes things just have to be done. I know that better than anybody.
Alright, so now we have two options: either become a vampire or partially soul trap ourselves, which will weaken us. Now I'm going to choose a vampire, but since you're in the DAWNGUARD, I would actually recommend against that. I mean, it's really up to you, because you can't be in the DAWNGUARD as a vampire. That's pretty much it. Even though Serena is a vampire and she works with the DAWNGUARD, I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and do this though.
Turning someone is a very personal thing for vampires. It's intimate. For us. I don't want you to feel like I'm forcing you into this. Let's not waste too much time then. I promise to try and make this as painless as possible. Hold still.
Alright, so now she just bit us. And that pretty much just instantly makes you a vampire. Which is whatever. I mean, you get the Vampire Lord new perk thing, which I thought I would have it forever. I would have probably used it if I didn't know that I wasn't going to have it for very long. And it just kind of sucks that you lose it after this quest, because you're going to have to cure yourself of being a vampire. Just like I said, you cannot be a vampire in the DAWNGUARD. It's just they won't let you. So I would recommend against this, just because, like I said, it's just a waste of time to have to go and cure it anyway. it'd probably be a lot you're really not going to have any hard combat in this Soul Cairn. So, I mean, just being partially weakened or whatever, that's not really going to affect you too much. Now, the main thing, what I'm doing right here is I'm actually just looking through all my magic. I have a lot of really random, stupid things favored on this person, so I'm trying to clear up some space. I like to favorite like weapons and stuff more than I like anything else. Alright, but I am gonna go ahead and equip the Vampire Lord. I was planning on, well, actually no, I equipped Whirlwind Sprint. Which is actually one of my favorite, probably my favorite shout in the game is Whirlwind Sprint. And you'll see me use it quite a bit in this place and from this point on in this playthrough, because I kind of forgot it. Like, it's been a long time and I forgot how much I liked it. Like, it's a really good shout for just moving quickly. If you're like running through a field or something, you can just Whirlwind Sprint and go really, really far, and then just keep running, and it just increases your travel time by an unbelievable amount. So, alright. So now we just started the quest Beyond Death. This is just really creepy and nightmarish place that we are in now. And I hated this place. I gotta be honest with you guys. I totally thought this was the lamest and dumbest thing they put in this game. It's like the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. This is a giant, massive area of a lot of really random, dumb, little things going on. That's the best way to describe it. There's a lot of really random and dumb little things going on here. Like, there is an actual side quest in this place that is just really hard. And there's a lot of random little, like, micro quests that you can do that are also, like, really stupid. Right up here, there's a lot of chests and stuff. You will get a lot of Grand Soul Gems and Black Soul Gems and all that kind of good stuff here. Which is pretty cool, and you can actually fill up a lot of your soul gems here. It's a really nice little cool place. You can always come back here too. That's something I want to put out there right away, because like when I was in here, I didn't actually know could I come back here or not. I wish I would have known that information, because I wasted, no joke guys, I'm not gonna lie. Here's gonna be a page to a journal. That's actually a part of the side quest that's here. So there's 10 pages total, and they are not indicated on your map. So finding them is extremely difficult. I was only able to find 8 of them. I would have showed you all 8 of them that I found, but this video would just be way too long, which is already going to be extremely long, because like I said, this place is a nightmare for me. I'm the type of player that I really love to explore. I like to just totally look at everything and do everything in an area. So when I was here, because I didn't know if I could come back or not, I was just... It was a nightmare. I was just like here for about 3 hours, probably 2 to 3 hours at least, just looking around, doing really random dumb stuff the whole time, just really wasting my time, to be honest. The only thing you need to do here, especially the first time, is just do the quest, and that's it. You can come back here, you can finish up at the side quest if you want to, which I don't know what you get out of the side quest. I don't really know if it's anything good, but this whole early part. Excuse me, this whole early part of this is going to be me exploring a lot, and it's kind of a shame, because I wish I would have not have, just because like I said, it's just stupid. It really is. Alright, here's going to be another page to the journal. I will show you the guy that you have to talk to. The other thing that makes this place like impossible for video's sake is I can't actually like go and I could never make a guide to say, oh, here's where you get all the 10 pages of the journal or something like that, or here's where you get this. Because if I do this, and this guy's going to want you to find a horse's head. No indicator, is just, you got to find the head. I mean, if you knew where it was, that's cool. If you found it, that's cool. But finding it without knowing where it is challenging. It's very hard. And it's really stupid, honestly. They should have put some indicators, because this place is huge. This place is ginormous, and to find any little thing like the pages to the journal or this dude's horse's head, it's stupid. That's the best way to put it. It's dumb as hell. Alright, so now he's gone. Like I said, he wants you to find this horse's head for him. I never was able to find it. I looked for it like crazy, and I could not find it. And it was definitely a shame. I think I'm actually gonna look at my map here. And the other thing that sucks about this place is just the map is so useless here. It's terrible. Like, you really just don't have any sense of direction or nothing like that. These things right here are soul. Like, you can get souls out of these little like earthquake things. Pretty cool. But anyway, like I was saying, just like if I was to record this place, it was impossible, because if I was to cut ahead, I'm like, yeah, here's one of the pages of the journal. Like I said, I found 8 of them, so I actually recorded some of them. And I was just like, yo, here's one of the pages of the journal, and I'm like looking around, I'm like, well, this ain't gonna help nobody. It's like, it's a really dark, creepy looking building in somewhere here. You know, like, it really wouldn't help you guys, so there's really no point to do it. Like I said, best of luck to you if you want to find all the pages to the journal, or if you want to find that horse's head. But yeah, it would be really hard. Like I said, if you knew where it all was and you did it a couple times, yeah, you probably would be able to do it. I know I would be able to do it, but as of right now, like, not knowing where anything is, it was very challenging. And I was here for a very long time, and this is a place that I would not want to stay very long. This is a very nightmarish kind of a, like, realm that you're in. And a lot of these buildings they just look so much alike, and it's really dumb. Alright, so there's a chest in this building, though, if you want to get it. This one would be easy to find. It's just on the left side of the main gate leading to the next area. There's also these new enemies here, and there is a couple cool things that are actually here. I don't know. One thing I was wondering, which hopefully someone can answer me, I do not know where all 3 of the shouts are. I only was able to find 2 throughout my playthrough. And I was wondering, is one of the shout, one of the words to the shout actually located in this place? I thought that would make a lot of sense, but I don't know. So you guys, if you know that, please let me know. I really want to know. But anyway, so these new enemies are bone men, and there's actually a couple new enemies here, which some of them are pretty cool. You can actually find conjuration spells here to summon those guys. You can actually conjure them. Pretty cool. Here's actually another page of the journal. I was pretty much finding a lot of these early on. Like, I found 3 of them just right away. But anyway, like I was saying, it's just, this place is a nightmare, and I don't remember what I was talking about, but whatever. So this place is dumb as hell. Alright, so I'm gonna continue to progress. Like I said, it's so easy to get lost here, and just, if you're like me, where you like to explore, this place is definitely a nightmare for you, just because you will find yourself you're like, oh god, I gotta find something, and you just can't do it. It's very, very difficult here to find anything. Anyway, I'm just gonna like continue to just look around here and just kind of like scope out the area. Now, you might have thought that was a pretty massive area I was just in. Well, there's a whole second half to this area. Like, this whole second area right here is massive, like double the size of the first. And there's tons of little buildings everywhere. And after a while of just running around, you're just like, oh my god, this is like never ending. And eventually you just say screw it. Now, there's actually a guy here. He's a merchant, which I don't think he gives you anything good, but he will actually trade you. Oh, well, there is a page of the journal here as well. But he will, and there's that horse. I don't know if you can do anything with it, but anyway, he's a merchant. He's by that caravan, or by the carriage. If you talk to him, he will give you stuff. I don't think anything of it is good, so it's really up to you if you want to do that or not. But he will trade you items for the soul husk, which are what you can find. Like, you can find hundreds of them here, because they're just spread out. They're like a plant or something. I don't know what the hell they are, but they're really, really random. And you find, like I said, you find so many of them. So if you collect a ton of them, which I guess you could, then yeah, you can just talk to that guy and get some items out of him. I don't know what else you could do with those things besides just give them to that guy. So we'll have to pretty much see. Alright, but after a while, like I was saying, after a while of just being here, you just like, oh my god, like this is never ending. Like, it's overwhelming. This place is very overwhelming. So the best thing to do is just, like I said, do the quest. And eventually here, I just gave up and was like, alright, I'm going to do the quest. There's actually, you will find these things too, lightning adductors. What they will do is that they will actually turn your soul gems into black soul gems. So that's really cool. Like, anytime you want soul gems, just come here. Like, you'll find tons of soul gems here. Alright, so I know what I was talking about earlier before I totally forgot what I was talking about. And that was about these new enemies. Right there, that's a Wraith Man or a Wrath. It was actually a Wrath Man. And the Wrath Man is actually apparently, like, you can find the conjuration spells here for both Bowman and Wrath Man. So, and what I heard, I'm not sure about this, but someone told me that apparently the Wrath Man is actually stronger. Is the strongest summoning thing you can do in the game. Like, his weapon's very powerful. He can kill it. He has the best offense and like the most health out of all the conjurations. He doesn't have a lot of armor, so it kind of equals him out with the Dramair Lords or the Daedric Lord. I just call them Daedric Lords because I can't say Dramaric. I don't know. You know, guys, I can't talk right ever, so I'm not even gonna attempt that word. But you know what I'm talking about. That used to be like, no question, the best conjuration spell in the game is to summon that guy. But now apparently the Wrathman are better. I don't really know, like I said. I just think they have more offense. So, and honestly, the only thing you need out of conjuration spells is offense. You don't really need to care about defense as much because you can always just resummon if they die. Not really a big deal. Alright, like I said, so there's a lot of these little bowmen lurking around. A lot of different enemies here. And like I said, if you're like me and you like to explore, you just get so lost. You're just like, oh god, what is this? Like, just everything is a graveyard. Everything is a like tore down building. And navigating through them is really dumb. But up here is pretty much the main area. This is like a little castle or something. And this is where you will find her her mother. So she will be up here somewhere. And on the left side of this place, by the way, is another page to the journal if you guys wanted to get that. And on the right side of this place, if you go further enough, there's another page of the journal. Now right here, I cut ahead because I was going to go I explored for like an hour, and then I came back.
So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down. Coming from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it hard to believe your intentions are noble. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you. You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself. When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon. Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor. Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible. If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires. And how exactly do you plan on stopping him? If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans? You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the soul cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed. Serana, this stranger aligns herself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to her.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known her than you've done in centuries.
How dare you! I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father!
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Oh, Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about. You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different, but in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you too. I want us to be a family again. But I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him, before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can. Yes, I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins. You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down. One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat.
Alright, so you can ask her anything you want. I thought they would never shut up.
Plunged in eternal darkness, where the vampire can flourish, and never again fear the tyranny of the sun. What he fails to realize is how much attention would be called to our kind if the prophecy came to fruition. If eternal night fell, there are many who wouldn't stand for it. They would raise armies in attempts to return things to normal. The order of the day would be our destruction, until every last vampire was hunted down and eliminated. I do. It's how the vampire has survived for millennia, and the only way we can continue to survive in the future. Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
Alright. So finally, that is over with. Thank Jesus. Yeah, they would not shut up. But it was interesting, I guess. I mean, I had no complaints. It's part of the story. Alright, so now we have to go and kill all these keepers. Now, I'm going to, I believe, kill the first one here. And he's just going to be, like, in this direction. Now, the thing is this, though, guys. I don't think I'm going to show you the rest of all the keepers and stuff. Just because just to save time on this episode. They're marked on your map. They're really easy to find, and they're pretty easy to beat. The one thing I do want to say, though, is that after you kill them, make sure to search their bodies. They will have dragon bone weapons on them, which is really cool. So definitely try to get those if possible. And the other thing that's also that I wanted to say that's very important about this place is that if you, after you get done with this first one I went to, if you watch the way I went, if you go in the direction, I don't know what direction, I really can't tell you. Like I said, it's really hard, and this is the first keeper here. But like I said, it's so hard to navigate this place and even give directions. But if you look around long enough, you will find a guy who will want the journal. Like he wants you to find all the journal pieces, and that actually will be like a side quest. So definitely look for that guy if you want to find him. But yeah, all right. So I'm gonna cut it ahead. I'm actually gonna cut it ahead to back right in front of the place. I've killed all 3 keepers at this point. Now I just go ahead and talk to Serena's mother and tell her what I've done. Like I said, just the main thing that's here is going to be the side quest, and the keepers are easy to find and easy to beat. And there's a lot of other little things you could do here, but it's so hard to navigate and it's boring. So
yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
The sooner we get out of this place, the better.
alright. So now we have to follow her. She's going to take us into this little back area of this place. I don't think there's nothing special in this area, but it's called the Boneyard. But like I said, you can always look around. I don't think I looked around that much, but yeah, there's some stuff here. Pretty much, I think this is where like her prison. Because she talks about how she's imprisoned. So I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I believe this is a part of it. I know this is where this Boneyard area is where the Elder Scroll will be, and that's really the reason why we're here anyway, just to get the Elder Scroll, and that's it, to be honest. Alright, so as you follow her outside here, like what will happen is, you'll see it in a second here, I won't spoil it for you, but it's pretty epic. Alright. So the dragon's actually going to come and fight you now. Now this dragon is actually really easy. It's not a very hard dragon. Most dragons what I've noticed in this game, any dragons with a name are always really easy for some reason. The only special thing this dragon can do is put out these little grave guys at you, the bonemen and the raftmen. So that's the only thing to watch out for, but as you can tell, like just with 2 shots he took a lot of damage. So like I said, it's really easy to kill really easy to kill this guy. And as he's over here, you can actually shoot him and get free shots on him, and that's pretty much the whole fight. Alright, at this point he's gonna have to land though, because he's weak as hell. And now with 1 more shot, and now he's dead. Now you might think you can loot his body or you can search his body. I actually thought maybe I could, because he has a name, and it seems like there's a search option, but you can't search his body. He's just gonna disappear. And I believe we're supposed to now talk to Serena's mother about what just happened and all that good stuff. So let's see what she has to say.
Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon. Volumes written on Durnevere allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Unless the soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scaly hide. It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnevere's physical form while he reconstitutes himself. Minutes, hours, years, I can't even begin to guess. I suggest we don't wait around to find out. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll and you can be on your way.
Alright, so now we have to follow her again. Pretty much this little area is where the Elder Scroll is going to be. And it's also a lot of ingredients and stuff here. So just look around and you'll find a lot of good stuff. And she'll open it. And yeah, you can pretty much take it. I actually jumped up because it's kind of a weird angle. But there we go. Now we go and talk to her again, or the Serena's mother. I don't know what Serena's doing. She's like making a potion. Come on now, what are you doing?
I have no choice. As I told you before, I'm a daughter of Cold Harbor. If I return to Tamriel, that increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the tyranny of the sun to fruition. I appreciate your concern for me, but Serana is all that I care about. You must keep her safe at all costs. Remember that Harkon is not to be trusted. No matter what he promises, he'll deceive you in order to get what he wants. And promise me you'll keep my daughter safe. She's the only thing of value I have left.
Alright, so now that we're done with that, I'm going to go ahead and take a couple minutes here to look around and see if I can find anything. Like I said, I don't think there's anything here. There might be. The shout might be here. You guys, if you know any information, just go ahead and tell me. I do really want to know, because I'm actually going to rebeat this for a second time, and any information would definitely help. But besides that, though, guys, I think I'm going to end the episode here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Please comment, please like, please subscribe, and like always, have a nice day.